Hi there, this video is a polite reminder that the Sharepickers Investment Club will be reopening to new members in a month's time, okay? What's it all about? Let's get into it. The Sharepickers Investment Club is open again this year. It's been shut for 5 months, but go to sharepickers.com and I'll send you details. In fact, it's not open yet. Okay, I'm just giving you a heads up here. So go to sharepickers.com, register there, name, email address. I'll send you more details close to the time. But spaces are limited. We are at 2/3 capacity. I shut the club down 5 months ago because I didn't want too many people in there, not starting at the same time. So spaces are limited. So whichever comes first, essentially. But it's opening on February the 15th. Until March the 15th, or until maximum numbers are achieved, okay? Now, if we hit the maximum, then it shut down. Say, for example, say after 2 weeks we hit those maximum numbers, I'll shut it down, okay? So if you want to get registered for more information and be, first in the queue, go to sharepickers.com, okay? So what's it all about? I am passionate about investing. I love it. It's changed my life for the better. And if you see my story on the front page of sharepickers.com, you realize I've been investing through 3 big crashes: the dot-com crash, the great financial crash, and the coronavirus crash. And my portfolio value is now higher than it ever was previously. I went from a period in 2008 where I was part-time job, struggled to pay my rent. I used a deposit from a mortgage to put in the markets. Didn't go very well, but it turned out okay in the end. And I honestly believe there's only 2 ways to build proper wealth for yourself. Not working for other people, but for yourself. And that is own a successful business or own a share of a successful business. I believe it should be taught in schools, and that's why I'm passionate about sharing information in a club like this. So the aim of the club is to help members become better investors using lessons I and other members have learned, okay? Annual membership, okay? So if you take a membership, it lasts for a year, and you will receive exclusive videos on the 10 lessons I've learned. And if I'd sort of known these before I started investing, it would take me a lot less time to start making money in the market. Okay, so and these are basically all the mistakes I've made and what I've learned from, and I put them in these lessons. I'll be updating those and going through them on the webinar. I'll talk about the webinar in a bit. But you're thinking, okay, are you any good? It's not just about me, it's about the club. You learn a lot within in the community. But just want to show you my returns to the end of this year. It started off very well. Q1, Q2 was excellent. Q3, Q4, dogs of quarters, and I thought I'd lost money on this, but I did very well in the first 2 quarters. So 2021, 26.7%. Just as a comparison, the FTSE All share rose by 3.3%. That's all. Here's a list of fund managers here, best performers in 2021. I would sit 5th. Of course, these guys have got a lot more money under management. So I'm just below JP Morgan America. So it's a lot harder for them to turn over that kind of percentage gain than me. But just as a point of reference there, 2020 returns are very good. I mean, the market, after the Dash for Cash crash that happened in March, everything kind of rallied. So as long as you held on to some stocks, you've done very well. So that was that. So it was an anomaly of a year, really. But 2019 was superb. But of course, I had smaller amount of money then, and so the percentage gain is easier to achieve. 2018, 34.2%. Last 3 years, 405%. Just comparing last 3 years of other fund managers, Tom Slater did 169%. Who else there? 159%. Mark Urquhart of Ballygifford. Of course, again, these guys. I'm not saying I'm better than these guys at all, because I'm not. I'm not saying that at all. These guys want more money under management. I'm just giving sort of a base case scenario, a standard of which to measure, my performance, which is a lot easier for me to achieve that gain than them, because they've got millions, millions, and millions, hundreds of millions under management. But last 48 months, my portfolio's gone up by that, 579. Since I started properly, pretty much after the great financial crash, my portfolio's done 6,624%. Sounds hugely impressive. It is, but when you start off, of course, like I said, doubling your small holding is quite easy. So the first sort of few years of that, big percentage gains, and every year I go on now, will be smaller percentage gains. But as long as I keep outperforming the market, that's the main thing. But that is 67 times my original portfolio value. And like I say, at one point I was in a bit of a tight situation with a part-time job. My wife was pregnant, our first child. I didn't have any money. I couldn't pay the rent pretty much. The only money I had was for a mortgage. And then I put that in the stock market, and I started going wrong. Luckily, it started going right after the market started rallying after the crash, and I learned from there essentially. But you get exclusive videos on my stock picking strategy, 2022 version 1. This is my investment strategy. This was formed around the lessons I've learned. The aim of the strategy is essentially to find and hold growing, improving microcaps, reasonably valued, that have the potential to become mid-caps. And that's a key there. You've got growth and value, in hot sectors. And that's what we're trying to find. And you'll see exclusive videos on fundamental analysis. It's a big topic, but I look at the relevant bits. For example, how to value companies, how to identify growing companies, how to read financial reports, very important. Assess if a company is financially healthy, whether they need to raise money or not, which is very important in the microcap space. One of the biggest risks is, of course, for any business is lack of cash flow. And so that's very important. Exclusive videos on technical analysis. I look at identify trends, how to do this, how to set up charts from the start. Very basic. We can take it right up to a bit more sort of sophisticated. But identify trends, support and resistance, insights into some of the indicators I find very useful. Also, exclusive videos on stock ideas a month before they go public. So anything I invest in, I have a high level of conviction in. By that I mean I attribute to or assign more than 5% of my portfolio to that stock. I share it with the club 1 month before I share it anywhere else, and so club members can do research on it, decide whether it's for them or not, or whether they like it or not. It's up to them. So it's just ideas, but the club gets exclusivity on those ideas. Business news, we look at companies releasing news, especially companies we hold, and go through it, learn what types of news is significant or not, which is hot air, what type of news is a red flag maybe. Also on the website, you've got microcap filter, because of course lots of RNSs come out every day, lots of bits of news from different companies come out every day. But on the site, there's an exclusive access to companies releasing news that are filtered according to strategy. So this is what it's like. For example, you've got days of the week here, but you will only be served news by companies that fit that filter. Okay, this is from last Friday, I think it was. These are some companies that came in the filter. I'm not saying these are all investable companies. I'm just saying it cuts down the amount of work you have to do, because every day hundreds of RNSs are released, and you only see RNSs from companies of certain size or a certain setup. Weekly webinars, very important. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. till 7, we do a live weekly webinar. It's recorded also on the website, so if you can't make it, you can catch up there. We go through all the content above. So this year, we'll be doing a stock idea pitch every week. So we'll analyze small microcap companies every week and see what we think about it, okay? In the past, I pitched, also other members have pitched stocks, and we also, in fact, one of the members, Jono there, set up a league table of pitch stocks. And in fact, that microcap filter was created by a member as well, so it's very impressive, good community. But Jono created a list of the performances of these pitch stocks, so we keep a track of those. But we'll be doing this every week, and we just put through ideas. It's like an ideas machine. The more ideas you get, the more likely you are to find winners in the market. So we do this. We're going to do this on a weekly basis. Take it through the strategy filter, and see where they sit and see what we think about them. Share ideas there, and you also get access to the club's chat forum. Can get very lively at times. It's like too lively sometimes, just to calm it down. But there's over 100 channels dedicated to companies, sectors and subjects right there. Everything from, like say hydrogen or mining to individual companies, or even like COVID, for example, or general chat, all that stuff. I also do videos on free resources. For example, I'll give you an example. You can download a spreadsheet, and there's 10 spreadsheets in one to help you out. And I'm going to be expanding this soon. In fact, I'll whittle that down, but I mean, there's certain things in these spreadsheets you can do, like for tracking your portfolio. Just put your portfolio values in every quarter, any cash you've added to your stockbroking account are taken away, and it works out your gains on a quarterly basis, on a monthly basis, on a total return basis as well. Okay, so you can download that. Also analyze companies' growth and valuation metrics with these spreadsheets. I also do videos on how to set up a screener. So if you're looking for companies, certain criteria, you can just whittle them down via screen. I'll show you exactly what websites to use for this, and they're free. And I give specifically already a video up there. I do a video on 3 free websites you should be using, and in fact I've got some more videos and resources to add to this this year, but definitely worth a go, for they'll help you as an investor. You know, good resources are free. I also got investment books on the site, books that I've read and they've you know, sort of rang with me, and they've stuck with me, you know, resonated with me in some way, and I think they're very good books to read. Some investment books are very hard work. The ones that I recommend, I breeze through. I really enjoyed them, so they're on the website too. Okay, so you're probably thinking, how much is this all worth? Okay, so let's just go through it quickly. I don't know what level you're at knowledge-wise, but on the website there are videos to take you back to right at the start. If you've never even invested before, never even got an account set up, I've got videos on that on the website. So getting started, in fact, why you should invest in stocks and shares, how to set up a stockbroker account, ISA account, okay, investing in funds, then through to fundamental analysis, understanding cash flow, profit and loss, balance sheets, all that, through to looking at charts, through to finding companies that are in hot sectors, that are healthy, that are growing. All that strategy, plus you get to chat with like-minded investors in the group, and we do live webinars to address any issues you have, any questions you have. How much do you think that's worth? I've seen trading sort of courses which apparently get you rich. You see the adverts on YouTube, they'll get you rich in 2 months, and there's a guy walking on a tennis court or in a pool, all that stuff, and they charge thousands. They charge absolute thousands to pretend you can be rich. Okay, so $9.99, not going to charge that. $4.99, not going to charge that. $1.99, not going to charge that. £99 annual membership to get you, I don't know what level you're at, to get you started, to get you to a very competent level where you feel confident about doing research and picking your own stocks and genuinely become a better investor. That's what you pay for a year. Okay, spaces are limited, like I said. And whichever comes first. So it'll open on February the 15th. It'll close on March the 15th if we don't hit maximum capacity numbers. If we do hit maximum capacity before that, it'll be shut, of course. So it'll open on the 15th of February. And if we hit maximum capacity within the first week, it'll be closed. Okay, so if you want advance notice of when we're opening it, just a reminder, just go to sharepickers.com. Put your name, email address in there, and if you want more evidence of what the club's done for the people, I'm sure I can hook you up with some members, independent people who've had a positive experience in the last year. Thanks very much. Thanks for watching. Like I said, join that list, and if you want to email me any questions, please do so, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you very much. Until the next video.